you very quickly learn that I am not one in a million. I am one of the millions living with a 1% heart. There is a community and support system of patients, providers, and survivors, ready and willing to accept people going through it today so that no one has to go it alone. This is The 1% Heart, a podcast about the 1% of the population born with a congenital heart defect. I'm your host, Dresden, and together you and I are going to hear the lived experiences of CHD patients from all over the world in all walks of life. We're going to hear from the medical experts and patient advocates that support them, and we're going to learn about the community as a whole. There is a community and support system of patients, providers, and survivors, ready and willing to accept people going through it today so that no one has to go it alone. And I can tell you just how important that community and support system is because I went most of my life without it. I'm a CHD patient who didn't know about the community until I was well into adulthood. I was born with 3 separate defects corrected through 3 separate surgeries, including open heart. Now I was far too young to remember the first 2 operations, but I sure remember the third one. I was 16 years old and I can still see the fear and apprehension in my parents' faces. And I even remember trying to make jokes to cheer them up because I was an arrogant teenager. But that day was the first time I really saw the severity of my situation and realized how alone we really were in our struggle. You see, we were always told I was one in a million. And that might be the case for my specific combination of defects. But when you expand the universe to include those with a similar defect, or one of those defects, or any CHD, you very quickly learn that I am not one in a million. I am one of the millions living with a 1% heart. So join me and we can make the community a little bit bigger and help just a few more patients. Coming out in October 2024.